Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie from Girl Gone Green, and today's video is all about natural beauty foundations. I am pumped to share with you my favorites from liquid to powder. I'm sharing all the details on what skin type they're good for too, and I have something for everyone, so let's dive in. Okay, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that red subscribe button below and make sure you hit the bell notification so you'll be the first to know when I have a new video up. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Girl Gone Green, where I'm sharing all the things all the time. And be sure to join my Facebook group, Girl Gone Green Babes, where you can ask questions and get feedback. And there's so many of us, over 2,000 of us in there, sharing all about natural living and natural lifestyle, and of course, natural beauty. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna go through and show you guys some of my very favorites, but I also wanna preface this that I have a whole blog post on my blog written out with like a side-by-side comparison picture of half of my face has no foundation and then the other half has foundation on it, of so many different natural beauty foundations. And I literally go through like what skin type they're for, how the formula is, etc., etc. So if you want a really detailed, view of natural beauty foundations in general, be sure to check out that blog post. I even have a free download that I made for you guys where I share exactly how to apply foundation so you get that beautiful, flawless, dewy look that we all crave. I think half the time with most people, they don't apply foundation correctly and they're not prepping their skin beforehand. So they end up with these, cakey looking dry patches and they think, oh, I don't like the foundation, when really it's all about application and making sure your skin is prepped properly before you even apply your foundation. So be sure to snag that download because it's gonna help you so much, especially figure out like what brushes to use and all of that too. So be sure to check that out below. I'll leave the details for that. Also, I'm gonna share as I go along in the video, me applying different foundations that I love so you can kind of see what they look like. I have no makeup on, I'm barefaced. I really wanted to give you guys a good natural look of what it truly looks like. And then I'm also going to tell you guys below in all the details what color and shade I am in each of the foundations. So if you're curious, as I'm talking about a certain foundation, what color I am, be sure to check out the description below because I'm going to leave the links to all the products and I'm also going to leave the color description. Okay, first of all though, I wanted to tell you guys what skin type I am so you can kind of have an idea as I share about my favorites because obviously everyone is different with their skin type and what works for one person might not work for the other person. So I have dry skin naturally, sometimes a little bit more combo in the summer, but I find the older I've gotten, I've actually really gotten even drier. So I would say pretty much dry overall, maybe a little oily T-zone in the summer, but pretty much dry. So as I talk about these foundations, keep that in mind. I am going to recommend some foundations that are more for like dry combo skin or combo and oily skin as well. So if you have that skin type, no fear, I've got picks for you. And I also have other picks for you on the blog too. Okay, in no random order, I'm just gonna share with you guys the foundations that I love. First up is Crunchi's Beautifully Flawless Foundation. So this is a semi-matte foundation. It is vegan and gluten-free. It also has medium coverage, so you're gonna get like a good amount of coverage with it. It doesn't feel super heavy on the skin at all. It actually feels pretty like weightless overall, but it is like a little bit more heavier than just say like a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream because it does offer that medium coverage. It has a really nourishing oils in it like sunflower oil, jojoba. It has rosehip oil in it. It's really gonna do a lot for your skin as far as just nourishing it from the inside. I really love this foundation, especially for people who do have drier skin, but they want like a good coverage overall. I think this does a great job. You can apply it like heavy-handed or you could do it lighter if you don't need a ton of coverage, but it's really pretty on. As you can see, I apply it with the Crunchy foundation brush and it goes on so smooth. So definitely recommend this foundation for anyone with like dry, even combo skin can definitely wear it. Okay, next up is Ilia's True Skin Serum Foundation. If you followed me for any length of time, you know I love this foundation. It really does fit the name. It feels just weightless and it feels like your skin. And that's the best part, is you want your foundation to really look just like your skin but enhanced, right? And this does a great job. It's also vegan and gluten-free. It really helps like minimize your pores as well. I think it does a great job of that. Has really nourishing oils as well, like aloe in it, rosehip. So you're also nourishing your skin at the same time, which I love. I usually apply this with a foundation brush. I love Crunchy's foundation brush. As I showed you guys earlier, it does a great job of just giving me that like smooth velvet finish. It really just melts into your skin and gives it that like dewy look that I love, and doesn't look like you're wearing much. You can really have it be like light to medium coverage if you want. I feel like it's a little bit less coverage than the Crunchy foundation, to kind of give you guys like a parameter of how the coverage is. But so pretty on. It also was best of 2019 InStyle Beauty Awards. So this foundation isn't plain. It's the real deal. It's so good. Okay, next up is Ilia's brand new product, their Super Serum Skin Tint. It has SPF 40 in it too. So I cannot say enough good things about this product. I love, love, love it. I'm actually wearing it right now. It just came out really a month ago and I cannot stop wearing it. So first of all, I love that it's made with sunscreen in it, and it has a good high sunscreen, SPF 40. It's made with non-nano zinc, so really soothing, non-irritating. Most, I find, tinted SPFs are usually just 25 for the face or 20. And so I love that this is 40. It's a really good amount of SPF to protect your skin. I love how it feels on the skin. It's really lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy at all. But here's the kicker. It offers really, really nice coverage. So a lot of times I find tinted moisturizers, BB creams, they're super light, so they don't offer any coverage, which I still like a little bit of coverage overall. Especially in my T-zone, I have a little redness. So I love this because not only does it feel really lightweight to the skin, but it still offers that coverage that I crave. So my redness is minimized and I just feel like my overall look is pulled together with this. Yet I love that it has sunscreen in it still, and it feels really light. So overall, I cannot stop wearing this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in this all summer long. All winter long probably, because it's so good. Feels really dewy, and it just feels like your skin. I honestly think it's like a step up from the foundation, because the foundation is a little bit like thicker in a way, but this has SPF. So it's almost like it's lighter, plus it has SPF, so it's the best of both worlds. So if you haven't tried this yet, definitely check it out. And it even comes in 18 shades, which is kind of unheard of when it comes to an SPF product for the face. So definitely check it out. It's a good one. I also wanted to mention that this is non-comedogenic, according to Ilia. And when I looked at the ingredients, it really doesn't have any crazy oils in it that would be irritating if you do suffer from like acne or anything like that. So I'm really impressed with this. It is made more with squalene oil, which is actually a really low comedogenic rating. So if you find that you can't really wear BB creams or tinted moisturizers, because usually they're super oily and have maybe high comedogenic ingredients in them, check this out, because I'm really impressed with the overall ingredient deck for like the low comedogenic ingredients. Okay, next up is one of my other favorites. It's Kosis Tinted Face Oil. This has been out for probably almost a couple years now. So good, so dewy. I love wearing this, especially in the winter when my skin tends to feel even drier and I really want like a super dewy, lightweight foundation. This is amazing. So it's gonna give you great coverage, but it still feels featherweight and gives you really that hydrated look overall. That's awesome. It comes in 16 shades and really feels almost like a paint in a way, thinner. It's so weird to even say that. I always describe people or use that description when I'm describing it, but it does feel like a paint thinner almost consistency. Like it's not super creamy, yet it is a little bit thinner and runnier, but that kind of gives it that really dewy, natural look that I love and crave with a foundation. So I think it's so pretty on. It has botanical oils in it too, and really helps to minimize the pores overall. And it was voted best of 2019 Allure Beauty Awards. So this is another award winner that really doesn't mess around. It's so good. I wear it all the time. Okay, another foundation I'm going to talk about, but I'm not showing you guys necessarily in the video, is RMS Beauty's Uncover Up. It comes in a little pot. I could not find mine for the life of me. I know it's somewhere because I just used it the other day, but I'll show you guys a picture up here. Anyways, it's so good. It's been my holy grail for literally 10 years since I switched over to natural beauty products. It really can be like a foundation, or it could just be a concealer, whatever you want it to be. A lot of times I'll just literally use it in my T-zone just to cover up my redness and blend out, and that's all I do for foundation. So it looks so natural and dewy. If you do have a problem though with acne or flare-ups, I don't recommend it because it does have coconut oil in it, and coconut oil is very high comedogenic. So maybe think about that before, purchasing it. But I do really, really love it. And it's just a go-to. It's so easy to use and something that I recommend to everyone if they just want something low maintenance and easy. Okay, next is RMS Beauty's Uncover Up Cream Foundation. So they came out with this probably almost a year ago now, and it's so good. It is their cream foundation. It's really whipped, as you can see. Comes in 16 shades, it's gluten-free, and it feels a lot heavier than the Uncover Up for sure. And it's a little more like whipped, creamy texture than the Uncover Up. If you're looking for something with a little bit more coverage than the Uncover Up, I would definitely recommend this. I really like how this feels on the skin. It feels really creamy, and it does give you like that dewy look overall, but it gives you a really good coverage. You can actually build this so well too. If you want like a higher coverage, you can even have a higher coverage as well. So if you've been looking for like a super dewy cream foundation that looks just hydrated skin and really smooth, this is a good one. Okay, the next one is Clove Hollows pressed mineral powder. So I really recommend this for oily skin types. If you have oily skin, obviously powders, you've probably heard it time and time again, are going to be your best friend as they kind of help minimize the oil overall. And they're usually lower in comedogenic ingredients, so they're not going to cause maybe like an acne flare-up or something. So I really like Clove Hollows because it is pressed, so it's way less mess. You're not going to get it everywhere. Super easy to use. It has 14 shades that it comes in, and really can be worn even over foundation too if you put on a liquid first and then you want to maybe apply the powder on top just to, set it. That's a great idea as well. It is vegan and it's talc free, and it really can be a buildable coverage. So if you want really light coverage, you can just apply it lightly. If you want medium, you can apply a little bit more. It's kind of up to you, but it looks really seamless and pretty on your skin. I love using this, especially in the summer, as I mentioned, where I might get a little bit of oily T-zone. I'll just apply this right on top. So the next product is Clove Hollows Liquid Skin Tint. This came out in the summer, and it's so pretty. It dries to like a demi-matte finish. So especially if you do have that oily T-zone or maybe oily skin overall, but you don't love a powder look, this is for you. It's gonna really give you that coverage that you crave. It's really like light to medium coverage overall, depending on how much you wanna apply. And it's gonna just dry that matte pretty. It's going to dry matte so that way it doesn't look like you have that oily T-zone going on. It comes in 12 shades. It really doesn't settle into your fine lines either, like a lot of matte products do, I find, which I love. And it feels lightweight, but it doesn't feel cakey. A lot of times too, when you think of matte, you think of cakey or dry looking, but this really isn't like that. It just dries to a really like almost airbrush look more, in my opinion, than say like a true matte powder or something. It still kind of has that like skin look to it, which I really, really like. So definitely check that out if you have oily skin or you want something that has like a little bit of coverage, but isn't a powder. Okay, the next product is Alima Pure's Loose Mineral Foundation Powder. So this is like definitely a holy grail in natural beauty. People love it and swear by it. It's really different than a lot of powders because it does give you like more that satin matte finish versus just kind of like that matte stale look that I was talking to you guys before about. It's really pretty. It comes in 45 shades, which is kind of crazy and unheard of. So you're definitely going to be able to find your shade. And what's cool about them is that they actually break it up into different skin undertones. So you're going to be able to find like your perfect match based on your undertone. So they have like neutral and warm and olive and cool. So you really just go through and pick out your undertone, and then you're able to pick out your color within those shades. So I love that about them too, because you're just gonna be able to find the perfect shade. This is also vegan and gluten-free, and it really can be buildable coverage as well. So if you want like a really light coverage, you can achieve that or build it the more you apply. This is great too if you do apply liquid foundation, but maybe you do want a little bit more like just a setting powder or like a little bit more coverage on top. Maybe in the summer when you do get oily, you can just apply a little dusting of this on top, and it kind of just helps set your overall look and set your foundation for the day. Another one is Anika's Baked Mineral Foundation. I really like this because again, it is not loose, it's baked, so it's super easy to use. And this is especially great for over foundation. Like if you apply a liquid foundation and then apply this on top, that's like one of my favorite ways to use this because it's super lightweight, really fine, and doesn't even feel like you're wearing anything, but it kind of just helps to set your overall look really nicely, especially if you do like have an oily T-zone during the summer. So this is great. You can also just wear this on its own if you find it, maybe you do have oily skin, but you just want really minimal coverage. This is a great foundation powder. It's just gonna be like a dusting, nothing super pigmented, or it's not gonna really look like even you're wearing a ton of products. So this is a great one if you want really minimal coverage, maybe you have oily skin, combo skin, or you just wanna dust it over your liquid foundation after you're done. Okay, I hope you guys loved this video and it was super helpful. I really want you guys to be able to find the perfect foundation for you and your skin type. So be sure to check out my blog post where I go even more in depth on so many other foundations. I even have some BB creams in there, tinted moisturizers, and then I have my free download that I talked about earlier where I go over the best tips and tricks to apply flawless foundation so you get that beautifully dewy look that you crave and it doesn't look cakey or mask-like, but just looks like your skin, but enhanced and better. So be sure to go to my website, download that, and you're gonna be on the path to achieving flawless foundation coverage in no time. So if you love this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment telling me what you loved most, what foundation you're loving in natural beauty, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next week.